Hello, everybody. Here I am in the wake of what appears to be a sort of Christian apocalypse or something. Apparently, we're getting conquered by Theonomists and Dominionists and Christian Reconstructionists too, marching on the orders of Russus Rustuni to institute biblical law across the land. But in the meantime, statistical inference is a very open question regarding Dembski's work on attempting to infer design. In some respects, I think he's gone on to say, that these differences occur by chance alone and so on, where sort of the negation of that concludes that there's like an element of design and such, where in reality the statistical inferences are that the differences in statistics actually reflect some underlying genuine difference in distribution. So that's number one. Another trouble is that the specified complexity statistic he derives or whatever doesn't actually have a distribution there to get a p-value. So it's not really very possible to say much about the likelihood that these things were not by chance alone. Because the third thing is there isn't actually no baseline to actually compare to. There's not really a coherent null hypothesis. I mean, the description of the null hypothesis as given is non-informative, right? You could have, say, natural forces giving rise to things. And essentially, going about sort of bringing about any plausible result where the contrast between that and some kind of design is just simply not well demarcated. I guess the third is that when you're attempting to reify the notion of design or even intelligence, it's highly problematic. Is for instance, intelligence testing, is rife with difficulties surrounding the whole reification of the abstract, right? And here they're attempting to, granted, maybe not quite in the manner of an IQ test, but a similar sort of process to somehow detect the things attributable to intelligence. Likewise, in design, you have other similar issues. I'm like trying to jawbone and keep there from being dead air, but really the hope is people will show up and just chat about whatever. Maybe I'll get bored and go to the bodega, but and shut it down for the duration. Anyway, the testing process in statistical inference is, or statistical hypothesis testing is like step 4. Decide which test is appropriate and state the relevant test statistic T. Immediately 5. Derive the distribution of the test statistic under the null hypothesis from the assumptions. Standard cases, this will be a well-known result. For instance, the test statistic might follow a student's T distribution or normal distribution. Right, so appealing to, say, Kolmogorov complexity for, say, information content. Raises deep trouble with respect to, well, essentially having any kind of derivation of distribution. I mean, for one, it's not continuous, but most of the models are. Also trouble with like how much the models are truly reflective, and well, the more elaborate models are not entirely tractable. There's I mean, I would imagine great difficulty trying to derive a distribution for Shannon entropy, which is a less, I guess, elaborate, or what do you call it, metric of information content, but Kolmogorov complexity would truly defy the attempts at that kind of, it doesn't have the sort of analyticity as shattered entropy does. Even shattered entropy has, there are these probability or frequency metrics that are embedded in it that don't mesh well with analytic processes. Maybe I should just like invite the world. We'll start off with a bunch of, I'll bring in like the atheists and the random F list too. Oh. um, okay, so there's an invite for a bunch of people. And hopefully I can bring some more in so my voice doesn't get worn out. I'll drop a link in there and there and there. Get it on the YouTube thing too. Atheists can't stop this ministry. God draws you to watch. What on earth is that? Okay, I'll do like a video reply to Chi-Man or something. So just to Rick, personal. Okay, there shouldn't be. There shouldn't be loud notifications coming from this. We found the spiral circuits anyway, but maybe your settings are off. Let's see who this guy is. Okay, Evolve 100 Nation. Somebody's desperate prayer request. Okay. I don't know who this guy is, but figure out what 19 followers. I'm not following them. They're not in my circles. What on earth? Okay, I'll try this. Okay, the guy's complaining about me inviting him. I'm not inviting him. You're not even in my circles to begin with. Okay, building the body of a Greek god. I would kind of want to the Panda Man Evangelist. Oh, 1:49 p.m. You started 4 minutes ago. I think I'll hop over there. I'm invited, so if it's still running, I'll go. I don't see it in my invites, but we'll see what happens. Is the Panda Man there? Yeah, he is. Okay. Hi, Panda Man. Are you live on air or? Okay. Well, I started something up, but it's not really happening much. So I'll come over here and see what happens. Hmm. Yeah, I think shades would be good to have on. Yeah, I can try to pump it up. I hear you. Yeah, I'll I'll see if I can pump it up. Do you have the link in the event description or something like that? Let me see if my big circles actually work here. I don't think they will. Okay. Yeah, the other one's still running. I think they actually hear me there. Hmm. My big atheist circles are not really working, but I can invite like Christians or whatever. Yeah, there's where are there they are. Go ahead. So yeah, it's only a couple hundred religious people, but like I don't see it in your event comments, but I don't know if you want it like totally open. One of the ways you can drag people in or whatever is by just like putting the link in your YouTube video and G plus event comments. I don't know if you know how to do that or. Yeah. If you're casting that wide a net, I'll drop it in the comments of the event page for you. Sounds like you want a pretty wide net cast, so here goes. Oh yeah, you don't have a YouTube thing because yeah, the YouTube video hasn't started up yet. Oh, once the YouTube video starts, you can get further that way. Oh, hi Josiah. For the people listening in my hangout, I'm moving over to the Panda Mans. I'll paste the link on my own event, and so on. Try and see if that attracts people from my crowds over. AP36TYDX. AP36TYDX. Yeah, that's the right thing. Okay, so I'll go over to my YouTube channel. Okay, so I posted the link to this hangout on my events page and my YouTube video page for the ongoing Hangout on Air I've got. So hopefully I drag everybody from my circles over here or something like that on top of your own. So, yeah, the whole notification, etc. system is pretty flaky. I've got like circles with like 500 people, 600, almost 600 now, where it tells me I cannot send invitations to it, and well, it doesn't tell me why. There's somebody in there that doesn't really count, or it's not really allowed to have invitation sent for some reason. It might not be a true G Plus account, like you can actually put people in your circles that aren't G Plus accounts, and there are some other reasons why too. There might be some form of blocking and so on, and it doesn't tell me who or what reason why. So there's trouble with that. If I got really bored or something, I could go over to, or I could try to carry out some kind of bisection process. Split the circle in half until I end up getting a half that's small enough to actually, survive the check, and then as long as it keeps, not really, no. I kind of just getting back from like the late night, early morning stuff. Mm. Yeah, Skype is kind of resource hoggy. I don't know. In some ways, it kind of feels like it works a little bit better for like one-to-one, but as soon as you get more than like a couple people on the call, or if you start looking at like how much CPU is chewing up and so on, it looks pretty ugly. And also a question of like how beefy is the one core that it's actually using, because it's not really threaded, or at least G Plus is threaded. Tries to, if you get squished a little bit on like how beefy a core is, then G Plus has somewhere to move, and where Skype just kind of breaks down. Yeah, I don't think most people get Google Plus. I think, I mean, you see it. Like almost everybody's using it as, just like a voice call or they aren't really like playing with the video. And even when we do use the video, we don't use it for that much, right? It's just like pointing at us, so we're not like turning into some kind of audio-visual display with like, it's not like a picture-in-picture with us gesticulating or waving around pointers at slides or anything. What? Oh wow! You don't have an event to actually correspond to this. Wait, you do have an event corresponding to this. You shouldn't if you did it through YouTube. Go ahead. You. It sounds like you might be not unable to see the button. Oh, hi, Thick Shades. It sounds like you might not be able to see the button, like it's a client issue. Is it, um, do you know what I'm talking about with the button? Okay, so it's a client issue, yeah. Um, Upgrading the client might do something. It could also screw up a lot of other things too. But given, are you on Mac, Windows, Unix, or what are you? Windows. Okay. Mm. Hi, Thick Shades. Oh, I'll send out. Hi there. I'll send out messages to. So if you get back soon, Thick Shades could use backup at the URL to this hangout. I'm sending out messages to like True Empiricism, Jason Barnes, Rancam. Oh, that's nice. Oh, are you are you in good with Sabella, Thick Shades? Are you in good with Sabella or Shannon? Okay. Let me see. Where is Shannon? Shanny for Christ or something. There she is. Oh wait. Now that I remember. Yeah, Shanny's having trouble, so I shouldn't ping her for this. But okay, so mm, not that I'm aware of, but there is a complete idiot's guide to understanding intelligent design, and it's not written by an atheist. It's not written by an atheist either. Anyone can, really. Mm. I think the question is, how could a timeless, omniscient being be intelligent? The timelessness, well, means that there's no before and after for it to have not known something and then come to know it to in order to learn anything. And of course, omniscience means that well, it should already know everything. So there's nothing for that is left for it to learn. And intelligence has to do with the speed of learning. So in that respect, no omniscient, timeless being can. I'm sorry. Well, I wouldn't argue that the omniscient, timeless being is necessarily like stupid, but I would say that intelligence doesn't really apply as something you could use to describe it. It's not something that goes around learning. Yeah, does does your uh, timeless, immaterial, omniscient, omnipotent, disembodied mind go around learning? I don't think it does. Not even in your conception. Yeah. It's not to mock. It's an attempt at accurately characterizing your conception of deity, right? You don't imagine a corporeal deity like Zeus or Thor, right? You are imagining. Go ahead. Well, it's one of the distinctions between your more abstract deity from, say, notions of deity like Zeus and Thor. It's not like your deity's running around inside a body or whatever. It is it's immaterial. It's disembodied. That no. Well, it's not a mockery. It attempts at accurate characterization. I mean, if it is truly inaccurate, and I would say it's not. Sorry. Mhm. Well, it's not. Well, it's not. It's not as if it entails a claim that it at one time had a body and it became disembodied. It's that it doesn't have a body as an attribute, or well, that's what I'm saying. It never. It always was so, according to your conception, right? Does does your idea? Well, immateriality necessarily entails disembodiment, right? It's a meaningful additional descriptor, essentially because of the discussion revolving around disembodied minds. But essentially, it's entirely subsumed by immateriality, right? You would say that your deity is immaterial, right? I no, it's immaterial. Yes, yeah, it's immaterial. Yeah, right. As I understand it, immateriality is used in the Christian literature. Am I? I mean, am I wrong? Do you see immaterial used or not? Um. Well, yes, it's some kind of immaterial being, generally considered to be supernatural. Why do you ask? Generally, there's like a number of them. Idea. Go ahead. Yeah. 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 Non-physical. Yeah. Generally immaterial. Immaterial doesn't mean much more than non-physical. Immaterial is a synonym for non-physical. Immaterial is a synonym for non-physical. Typically, I think references in the Old Testament are Yahweh, Elohim, El Shaddai, El Elyon, and El something else. There's another El title in there somewhere.
You said El Shabazz, right?
El Shaddai. El, the Canaanite creator god of the mountain. Sorry. I'll give you the link to the Panda Man's Hangout. It's not on air yet, but he's planning to go on air.
No worries.
Yeah, trying to help him round up participants.
Okay, I'll jump over there. It's going to kick me out of this one when I go over there, but yeah.
Yeah, no worries. Cheers. Yeah, that's Vincent. He's on his way over. Hi, Cider Thinker. I think your privacy settings are out of control in general, but let me make sure I've appear in circles. Might be, yeah. Yeah. When this goes live, I can go ahead. Yeah. Once this goes live, I can bring my video over here and just shut the other one down. Let the other one be live and try to draw people in. See the link to this one and so on. Once this one goes live, it'll be in listings of Hangouts on Air, and I'll just draw people in by itself that way. Yeah, you're trying to preload, and that's a little bit awkward unless you've got, cloud or other prearrangements made. And no, it can be random. The title says, yeah. I think, despite being random, it'll be theological. Oh, I sent G-Man and Rancam Campbell the link. Intro Repair System 2. I thought you were trying to bring people in. Yeah. Mm. Oh. Well, I sent Jason Burns a link too. So, yeah. Yeah, it's absolutely. Yeah. Well, Burns has had difficulties. You know, I think he's not done well with some ethical questions surrounding his actions toward Fiona. But yeah, she's been mistreated by quite a number of yes. Oh, I'll send him it too. Now that I remember it, just have to remember his Skype name. If you search, yeah, yeah, it's getting late in the UK, so I don't know. Australia, you, the Australian crew might be able to be brought in. um, oh dear. Yeah, it's was it? Yeah, it's like there's David Herrings. There's Dejarum, I think. There's oh, what's his name? Christian something or other, who's not a Christian. Yeah, Christian Smith. Yeah. Tempest Kitty, I guess counts sort of, but I don't think she's too great debate oriented. I think one. No, no, two. Yeah, Josiah. Yeah. Um. Yeah. science denialism doesn't bother me near as much as like the anti-LGBT things. But anyway. Well, look at who's on your event invites, right? You've got 176 invited by me, and you'll find a lot of DS because it's basically who I invited. Yeah, you should look at my the list of DS invited. Go ahead. Yeah, I think Fritz is in British Columbia and generally works during daylight hours, so he's not going to be on for probably at least 3 hours. G-Man's in Eastern time, but I don't think I don't think his work cuts off at 5 p.m. Nate Cunningham, I think, is something like 3:33 p.m. for him, and basically no idea what his schedule is. I'm looking through all this. Yeah, it's 2:33 p.m. on the West Coast, 5:33 on the East Coast. Yeah. So as you can see, Bible thumping wingnut, Christian hillbilly, Nephilim free, um, Rand Cam Campbell, Tommy Hall. Actually, about 7 of Nephilim free sock accounts. Let me see. Breck Keen, Shetty for Christ. Yeah. Mm. Oh. Oh, if any of you know someone looking for an American wife, I'm available. If either of you know like a British man looking for an American wife, I'm available. Oh, Richard. Yeah, Richard, add me on Skype. I could have gotten this to you sooner. One's a Satanist, you say? Oh wow. Levan or other. Are they Levan or other, like Kraulian or Zeta Shrek? Yeah, okay, Levan, yeah. I interviewed two Satanists not too long ago. Yeah, most people are reasonable in general. It's just, well, when there are points where you can arrive at conflict. Go ahead. So we've got Richard and Dick Shades. Are we ready to go, or who knows? Yeah, I'm pretty sure True has is out for a few hours, so unless it lasts for a while. Yeah, we were chatting in Spanish the other day. That was kind of fun. Um, it's a little bit of a different. I don't know. It's like British versus American English or something. Because like my family's all from Cuba, and his I think is from Mexico. So yeah, what's stunning though is like to get the difference you have between like American and British. You have like an ocean, a gigantic continent, and everything. Spanish somehow has like a more variation in a narrower geographic scope. So yeah, and it's big too. Oh, Richard dropped off. Yeah, no idea. Oh dear. uh, oh, Vincent. I think David Weiser wants to hop in. I don't know if you're. Um, yeah. Uh, welcome back, Richard. Yeah. Yeah. I pinged Jason, but I think he's busy or bedding down or something. Given it's like almost 11. No trouble. Good having you back, though. I've actually been reading Smedevsky's papers a little bit critically, and essentially, Yeah, it actually connects to quite a number of fields. It's like, yeah, on one hand, I guess they're trying to accomplish something on the order of stick analysis to, detect whether there's a hidden message or something. And there isn't a real good concept of noise sort to really carry out the distinction, but there's also statistical inference more generally, where they're running into trouble that their sort of information metrics and so on aren't amenable to determining a distribution to get any p-values, and there are of course other problems with the way they're using Kolmogorov complexity to try to quantify over patterns and not playing out inclusion exclusion over the sort of pattern spaces and such. Okay. Absolutely.